Viewers, good evening. How far can one stoop to grovel for votes, to beg for votes? The Congress party seems determined to find out, plunging headfirst into the muck with their latest gem, a Muslim quota in government contracts. Let that thought sink in, viewers. This isn't just appeasement laid bare. It is a full frontal assault on the Samvidhan, the Constitution. Viewers, picture this. A bridge has to be built, tenders are floated, and the winning bid is not the one with the best reputation or the lowest cost or the strongest engineering credentials. No, viewers, it's the one with the correct surname. Your last name is more important. So move over merit, step aside competence. Your religion is your qualification now. A bridge that might collapse under the weight of its own irony, held up not by steel but by shameless vote bank politics. Viewers, there's more here. There is a budget for self-defense training for 25,000 girl students. What a noble idea. But here's the twist. This is only and only if they are in institutions run by the Directorate of Minorities. Because why equip all girls with the tools to protect themselves when you can ration empowerment like a political favor, doling it out exclusively to those under the right banner? The rest, tough luck. It's not just discriminatory, viewers. This is a disturbing game of identity politics played with the lives of young women. Now the Congress can't say ladki hoon, lad sakti hoon. They will have to reword it, rephrase it to say minority ladki hoon, lad sakti hoon. Viewers, this is a betrayal of everything a modern democracy should stand for. Is the Congress party saying loud and clear that votes matter more than principles? This isn't policy, viewers. It's a grotesque parody of governance. The Karnataka budget is not a plan for progress. It's a blueprint for division. Viewers, this dusting doesn't even begin to cover what I'm going to say and what I have said. This is a slap in the face to every Indian who believed their government might prioritize bridges that stand with girls and who can defend themselves regardless of who they are or where they study. Shame on this mindset that has turned democracy into a bazaar where votes are bartered with bigotry. Viewers, Ambedkar must be turning in his grave, watching his vision of equality twisted into this grotesque caricature of appeasement. What's next? Quotas for bus seats based on your last name? Reserved parking spots for the right community? Viewers, Congress's Karnataka budget is not a fiscal plan. It's a love letter to a vote bank penned in the ink of shamelessness and stamped with contempt for the Samvidhan.
औरंगजेब का गुणगान करने वाले लोगों के साथ यह अपेक्षा की जा सकती है। झारखंड में भी ये हुआ है।
ಈಗ ಮುಸ್ಲಿಂ ಜನಸಂಖ್ಯೆ ಎಷ್ಟಿರೋದು 14%. ಈಗ ಬಜೆಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ? 4,09,000 ಬಜೆಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈಗ ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ನೀವು ನೋಡಕ್ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಕನಿಷ್ಠ 60,000 ಕೋಟಿ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು? 4,700 ಕೋಟಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಎಷ್ಟು? 4,700 ಕೋಟಿ. ಅಷ್ಟು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕಾಮನ್ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು.
कांग्रेस पार्टी ने कर्नाटक में एक मॉडर्न मुस्लिम लीग बजट पास किया है. So the Congress party in Karnataka is running the government exactly similar to how Muhammad Ali Jinnah ran the government in Pakistan.
ಕ್ರಿಶ್ಚಿಯನ್ರಿಗೆ 250 ಕೋಟಿ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಅದು ಕ್ರಿಶ್ಚಿಯನ್ರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗೋದು.
कांग्रेस हमेशा कहती है कि संसाधनों पर पहला अधिकार उसके वोट बैंक का अर्थात मुस्लिम समुदाय का होना चाहिए.
Let's open this up. Tuhin Sinha, national spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party, Tushar Gupta, political analyst, Karan Verma, Rohan Mitra, leader of the Congress, Professor Monojit Mondal, and Ravi Srivastava, political analysts. Gentlemen, good evening. Rohan, what do you make of this provision in the budget that says Muslim quota in government contracts?
Good evening, Pranesh. Good evening to everyone else. Pranesh, that was a wonderful monologue which you started this show with, I would, think that should have come from a BJP person instead of you being the anchor and a journalist. You have already set forth the agenda of this debate. The fact of the matter is you are ignoring a 4 lakh plus crore budget and you're picking on special issues to drive the narrative nationally.
What is the special issue
This
you're
is first of
talking
all a
about?
state
No.
budget.
Why did you
How many
insert this
state
special
budgets is
issue
Times
for
Up
anyone to pick
covering?
this on? Why did you do it? And then after you've inserted this, what do you expect people to do?
Let me
Say Rahul Gandhi is great, Congress party is great.
No, that's... Pranesh, let me just speak for 1-2 minutes and then you can interject. My answers to your question. I'm okay with you putting the marker down on where this narrative of this debate is going to go. My answer is this is a 4 lakh crore budget. The Karnataka government, which has been in power for the last 2 years, I have seen the national media really pick on Karnataka. You have never had these kind of debates on other states when they place their budgets. But that's okay because, I get it because the Congress, the biggest state we are in power right now is Karnataka and this is a model we are trying to portray to the other states. So you want to ignore everything else and you want to talk about...
Answer the question. What is this model that you are, talking about? Do you endorse this?
No,
Should the contracts be given? No, 1 minute, Rohan, 1 minute. Calm down first of all. Should the contracts be given? If you ask your family members or your neighbors or just step out of the house, ask the people on the streets, ask them this question. Should the contracts be given based on qualification, reputation, quotation or religion? Simple question. Pick one.
No, you think that's wrong? That's up to you. That's perfectly fine. But the Congress government
so it's
doesn't
fine
need
with
your...
you. It's okay. You are entitled to your
agree
opinion.
to this.
Now, let
We
me
have
bring in
enough
Ravi
on the
Srivastava.
plate.
Ravi Srivastava, sir, ये क्या लॉजिक है सर कि कॉन्ट्रैक्ट में भी कोटा है, मुस्लिम कोटा?
Pranesh, I am not finding anything wrong with the whole budget. What have you been doing for last 2 years is pick up anything what is happening in Karnataka. Anything happening in Karnataka is an appeasement. I mean 1% of the whole budget is for minority. Still you are disputing it. 4,000 crore and out of 4.05 lakh crore, you are finding all faults with this. This is appeasement. Now first tell me one thing. How does the minority means Muslims only? There are for
Sir,
6 also 100 crores are there.
I am glad you are asking this question. 1 minute. Ravi Srivastava, आपने पूछा, मैं आपको जवाब दे देता हूँ. फिर से पूछिए एक बार सवाल, फिर से पूछिए, मैं आपको जवाब देता हूँ.
फिर से पूछ रहा हूँ. Community minority does not mean Muslims only.
Now 1 minute, sir, 1 minute. I am of the same opinion, but unfortunately, the Congress party, when it was in power, picked a person, a former prime minister, who said Muslims have the first right on resources. उन्होंने बोला था, this is not in the realm of speculation. It's there. Go listen to it. 1 minute. 1 minute, sir, 1 minute. मुझे ये बताइए कि कॉन्ट्रैक्ट किसी को देने का क्वालिफिकेशन या क्राइटेरिया क्या होना चाहिए? रिलीजन?
Nitpick one sentence. Sir, you cannot pick up one sentence. You have to pick up the entire paragraph. Read it.
Take the
and
entire
it will
speech.
clarify that what Dr.
Nothing
Manmohan
changes.
had said.
Take the entire speech. Nothing changes.
Entire paragraph.
Why should contracts be given on on religious lines? Why?
What he
Now,
meant
no, 1 minute. How do you decide? No, sir. How do you decide that the discourse? 1 minute. I'm asking you an evolved question. ये देखिए. How, there are enough people there who dish out certificates, tax, etc., etc. How will you categorize a discourse as secular, communal, etc., etc.? Now, we have 6 people on the panel. And, someone will say that, look, there was no Muslim present. So, this is a communal panel. What absurdity is this? Why give contracts based on religion? Professor Mondal, do you have a solid defense Or you will also say, look at the entire budget, don't pick on this?
No, look, you had the same kind of debate when Mamtadi presented her budget a month ago or so. And I could contest your fact saying that in most of the cases, the budget remains, highly inclusive. In case of the Karnataka, the Congress party must have thought about this particular community. And it is a fact, Pranesh, you cannot discount this fact, that the minorities, irrespective of their religious affiliations, are still very much deprived in this country. And give an example of that. You go to the IITs and IIMs.
Don't give me examples here, Professor Saab. I am asking you a direct question. Should contracts be given based on religion? आप बता दीजिए, आप बोल दीजिए, हाँ. The debate is settled. आप बोल दीजिए, contract religion के हिसाब से मिलना चाहिए.
The contract will be, given on the basis of the tenders. The tenders must be floated, as per rules.
But in this case, it is not just tender alone. The person who floats the tender, his surname will decide who's the person who gets the contract. Tuhin Sinha, why are you picking? Why is the BJP picking on just one provision? The Congress says the budget is inclusive.
Well, good evening, Pranesh. Good evening, everybody. Pranesh, 2 days ago, when, we were discussing the glorification of Aurangzeb by certain opposition leaders, I had said what is particularly worrying about it is that they are professing their commitment to the Aurangzeb mentality and mindset. And this budget is a typical reflection of the Aurangzeb mindset, of Aurangzeb mentality. Never has a state budget been more biased against the Hindus. And there are three particular things which you also have pointed out. 25,000 women being trained in self-defense. Are you trying to say that Hindu women are perfectly safe in Karnataka? Acid is not thrown on them. In the last few years, there are several instances of acid being thrown on Hindu women, on Hindu women being abused. Number two, 150 crore extra money being given to Waqf Board. And number three, of course, it's a reservation on the basis of, contracts, public contracts being given on the basis of religion. But why are we surprised? In 2006, Manmohan Singh had advocated this. He had used the word device, innovative means to make sure that Muslims get the first right to development. In 2009, he had repeated it. In 2011, Congress went to the extent of trying to bring the most blatantly communal bill, the Communal Violence Prevention Bill, which we successfully thwarted. But even in the Lok Sabha manifesto of Congress Party in 2024, they had exactly mentioned this, public contracts to be given on the basis of religion. Are you trying to say that tomorrow, the Chenab rail bridge, the highest rail bridge in the world, or the Mumbai-Pune new expressway are trying to be, they will be built on the basis of contractors being chosen on the basis of religion?
Well, I don't know.
How shameful can that be?
I think the Congress is, working to a plan. The plan was given by Rahul Gandhi, where he said, Jitni Abadi, utna haq, Karan.
So, Pranesh, you are right, they are working towards a plan, but that plan is unfortunately the plan of the PFI, which is now banned. PFI is banned, its political arm is the SDPI, and its governance arm, Pranesh, in Karnataka is the Congress party. And let me explain you how. Ravi ji and Rohan asked that, oh, you are making this as if Congress is appeasing Muslims. Of course it is, from day one. The moment their government was formed, Pranesh, the first law they scrapped was the anti-conversion law. The second thing that they did was blanket reservation to Muslims in the OBC category. The third thing that they did was they rescinded the hijab order. And Mr. Siddaramaiah, we should not even be surprised. He went to Hubli in December 2023 and said, "Mujhe 10,000 crore ka budget banana hai for minorities." Abhi to he's just come halfway. Abhi bahut kuch karna baki hai. Then he withdrew all the cases of the rioters of AIMIM in the Hubli riots case. 138 cases he withdrew. So he is very, very clear, Pranesh. This is Muslim appeasement gone berserk. And they are doing it with a design. So we should not be surprised when he does that. And Pranesh, when it comes to tenders, when it comes to procurement, we often wonder why we have some disasters, infrastructure disasters and others. Well, if this kind of diversity, and Rahul Gandhi's talked about diversity commissions also, by the way, if we go back to his manifesto, and don't be surprised if in the private sector also, we, under the name of diversity, we start seeing reservation for Muslims and others, and merit and other things can go for a toss. They don't care about infrastructure anyways. 23% less in the capex spending. Today, inflation is going up in Karnataka at every front.
No, we'll get
Milk,
to that, all
petrol,
of that
diesel,
little later.
everything.
Let's
But
first,
they have funds, apparently,
solve and settle the fundamental problem. Tushar Gupta, tenders will now be decided on your surname, not on anything else.
Good evening, Pranesh. Look, let's talk facts here. I'll counter what Rohan said, what Mr. Ravi Srivastav said. There is an act called the Karnataka Transparency in Public Procurement Act. It already sets a quota for the disadvantaged and economically backward groups. It includes the SCs, the STs, everyone in category 1 and category 2A. Now, in 2025, an amendment has been introduced to this act. The new bill has not been published yet, but the reports are that a new bill will be introduced where the amendment will introduce a category 2B, where category 2B will refer to Muslims and Muslims alone who will have a 4% reservation in public contracts. To answer Ravi Srivastav, who said minority to koi bhi ho sakta hai. But Pranesh, you know what? I'm not surprised. Let's go back 9 months to the day when Congress's Nyay Patra came out. And this is something I have spoken about a lot on your debate, on every Times Now debate. Page number 8, point number 6 of Congress's Nyay Patra. We will ensure that the minorities receive their fair share of opportunities in education, healthcare, public employment, public works contracts, skill development, sports and cultural activities without discrimination. The Congress was hinting on it, always, and yet a lot of people did not take notice. In the same manifesto, Congress is also talking about a lot of other things which I fear, if become true, I don't know what will happen, especially the chapter on equity. But Pranesh, again, it's all about consolidating the minority vote. Every single act of the Congress, be it at a state level, be it at a panchayat level, or at the central level, it should be viewed with one perspective alone. They want to divide the majority vote, the Hindu vote, consolidate the minority vote, because that is the only way
if
they have
really
hope
want
of
to do
making
it,
any
they
election.
should stop chanting Jai Samvidhan. They can do what they want, but don't do it in the name of Samvidhan, because this is the biggest assault and betrayal of Samvidhan. Rohan, Ravi Srivastav sir is saying that, look, this is, how are you saying that? One minute, Rohan, I'm asking you a simple question. There is this category 2B. Category 2B does not mean all minorities. It says all Muslims. You can check.
Let me speak. Let me speak, Pranesh. Pranesh, the fact of the matter is Karnataka is growing at 7.4%, which is higher than the national average. The agriculture over there is growing at 4%. People over there, the per capita income is more than the people in BJP states. So if you think the Congress is dividing and appeasing, let it go to the public. When the elections come up, we will answer to the public. Because when the elections were happening in Karnataka, the Prime Minister went there and he spoke that, in name...
That's a wonderful response, So you are making it a referendum. No, 1 minute. Now, let me apply this nationally. What has happened to the Congress party? What has happened to the Congress party in last 3 elections? Look what happened to the Congress in Delhi. Now, is that a referendum? No. Let's just talk about the national elections. Just because the Congress... Sir, Congress has not been able to form government. What does it, make the Congress party? Corrupt, inefficient, communal?
Sorry, I didn't hear your question. That is what you're saying. The Congress stands as a communal party. We are appeasing.
I'm asking you a question, Rohan. I'm not saying anything. I am only applying the logic that you gave, that, this is the growth rate in Karnataka. Even if the growth rate is 50%, how dare the Congress party play with, how dare the Congress party play with the constitutional guarantee of equality? What are you doing? Forget the budget, and your contractors bit. What is this idea of of funding self-defense of only minority girls? What is this idea?
Who made fun of Ambedkar ji on the floor of the parliament was Amit Shah, not Mr.
Yeah,
Rahul
the
Gandhi.
Congress
Please get
party
your facts
honored
right.
Ambedkar. The country
With all
knows
due
how.
respect.
The country knows how the Congress party honored Ambedkar and his legacy.
And what did
so
Mr.
I am
Amit
not
Shah say
one
on
minute,
the floor of the
Rohan,
House?
look.
That it has become fashionable
Rohan,
to
Rohan,
use
Rohan.
Ambedkar
All of this
in
is not
everything.
going to work with me, sir. Please. मैं आपसे एक सीधा सवाल पूछ रहा हूं, उसके आपके पास जवाब नहीं है. It's okay. I understand because this is indefensible.
Your side of the story.
Even Rahul Gandhi can't defend
The
this.
story is not going to work.
I'm
with
telling you,
This is a stalemate.
this
we are
can't
in.
be defended.
This is a stalemate
You are
we are in, but we
playing
are
with the
talking about
constitutional
numbers.
guarantee of
If you're talking
equality.
about the
This is
budget,
not
you have to
right.
Talk about the numbers.
Now answer this question, or maybe let me try Ravi Srivastava. Sir, why should only, girls from a specific community, religion, etc. be getting self-defense training? अब इसमें क्या लॉजिक है ये भी बता दीजिए.
See, what is the population of minority in Karnataka? 14%. 14%. And 1% of the budget is earmarked for them. So what is wrong in this?
This is not
It
about
Prime
percentage,
Minister
it's about
formula,
principle.
सबका साथ, सबका
रवि
विकास.
श्रीवास्तव सर,
So
ऐसे
if
मत कीजिए. देखिए, ये परसेंटेज
सबका
की
विकास
बात
हो
नहीं,
रहा है
आप
यहाँ
मिसलीड
पे.
कर रहे हैं व्यूअर को. सिर्फ माइनॉरिटी गर्ल्स को क्यों दिया है आपने?
क्या मिसलीड है इसमें सर? 14% पॉपुलेशन है कर्नाटक में कि नहीं है?
तो सेल्फ डिफेंस
कह रहा हूं.
एक बात बताइए, अगर लड़की, एक मिनट सर, शुड अ हिंदू गर्ल शुड अ हिंदू गर्ल नॉट बी ट्रेन्ड इन सेल्फ डिफेंस? आप बता दीजिए.
Hindu girls should also get self-defense.
Then
but
the
here,
budget doesn't
the
say
Hindu
so.
girls, the Sikh girls, the
25,000
Christian girls, the Muslim girls, the Baudd girls, all girls are getting.
That's not true, sir.
And one of my friend, my political analyst, was saying, we will ensure that minorities get this also. Who are you to ensure it? This constitution has ensured it. You are nobody to do it.
Sir, एक मिनट, don't go off the track. One minute, रवि श्रीवास्तव, calm down. ये आप बताइए, सेल्फ डिफेंस ट्रेनिंग में ये क्यों लिखा हुआ है? Only in schools or colleges run by the one Directorate of Minorities. ये, what is this brainwave? Who's advising? Is this was this designed by or decided by Sam Pitroda, Shama Muhammad, Manishankar Iyer? Who designed this? Who's advising the Congress party? Tuhin Sinha, what do you think?
देखिए, प्रणेश, रवि श्रीवास्तव जी और लॉजिक का दूर दूर तक कोई सरोकार नहीं है, और एक बार फिर उन्होंने आज प्रूव कर दिया है. ही इज सेइंग दैट बिकॉज दे हैव 14% पॉपुलेशन, दे आर एंटाइटल्ड टू 25,000 ऑफ देयर गर्ल चिल्ड्रन गेटिंग सेल्फ ट्रेनिंग. एंड बाय दैट लॉजिक 1,25,000 हिंदू चिल्ड्रन, गर्ल चिल्ड्रन शुड बी गेटिंग सेल्फ ट्रेनिंग. ये क्या लॉजिक बता रहे हैं? ये तो शमा मोहम्मद को भी बीट कर देंगे रवि श्रीवास्तव जी आज. देखिए, पॉइंट इज, Pranesh, as you very rightly, very correctly pointed out, this budget is violative of the fundamental rights of the Constitution, of the right to equality guaranteed by the Constitution, which these people are not understanding. How can you give contracts based on religion? How can you make, self-defense schemes available to girl children?
Karan, I'm coming to you after this. Tushar.
You know what, Pranesh, I'm sick and tired of people confusing facts and rhetorics. I'm genuinely sick and tired. It has 14% population. So what if we are violating the constitution? They have 14% population. What is this Jinnafication of logic, Pranesh? What is this Jinnafication of the Constitution of India that Mr. Srivastava is doing on a national debate? What does he mean when he says 14% population है तो आप constitution violate कर दो? कल को ये कहेंगे कहीं पर 22% population है उत्तर प्रदेश में, आप यहाँ पर constitution violate कर दो. It starts with the violation of constitution, this whole Jinnafication of the constitution. Where does it stop? Have people forgotten why Pakistan was created in the first place? That Mr. Srivastava in 2025 is giving this absurd, stupid logic on national television? I'm highly offended.
Karan.
नहीं Pranesh, you asked me this question, you asked everyone this question कि ये thought आया कहां से कि सिर्फ मुस्लिम गर्ल्स को या माइनॉरिटी को ही ट्रेनिंग देनी है. I started by telling you that PFI is banned, But their political wing, unfortunately, is now the Congress Party, SDPI, and known as the Congress Party. It was the Campus Front of India, Pranesh, which came up with this proposal. The Campus Front of India is now banned. It's the same organization that created a nuisance on the campus, bringing up this hijab controversy, if you remember. The same Campus Front of India, आज उनकी एक-एक बात को कांग्रेस पार्टी मान रही है. रोहन जी की पार्टी एक-एक चीज मान रही है. And Rohan said, let the people decide. Today Karnataka is staring at a crisis. Do you know, Rohan, that they've hired organizations like Ernst & Young which are advising them on asset monetization, how to sell your assets to manage your finances. Today you are borrowing 1.05 lakh crores and you have the gall to say people will decide. The stamp duty has gone up from 200 to 500%. Milk, petrol, diesel, all prices have gone up, and not just this, Pranesh. Mallikarjun Kharge is saying,
no, 1 minute. And Rohan, don't blame Karan Verma or Tushar for the data. The ministers are saying, the Congress MLAs are saying, we are facing severe fund crunch.
Pranesh, the fact of the matter is, Karan, I am not denying any of your data, but the data which you're trying to deny from me, that is what is unfortunate, The fact of the matter is, Karnataka is doing very well in the country today. If you want to go down to the data, let's look at the data. Look at the data of how much, I'll just go back to one point, that Shubhendu Adhikari, he's a LOP of Bengal, he's a BJP leader. See what he has tweeted 2 days back. He has tweeted that a company which has relocated from Bengal to Bangalore, its valuation has gone up by 50%. This is the agenda. This is what the Siddaramaiah government has been delivering in the last 2 years of government. All right. So it has been 2 years. Let's just wait. You have come down, narrowed it down to just to Muslims. Okay. But this government has been addressing on Sikhs, on Buddhists, on Jains. But you don't want to look at that. You just want to fixate on Muslims, and that's understandable. You want to know about Jinnah, you want to know about Aurangzeb.
No, what's wrong in asking that question, Rohan? You know, 20 minutes have passed. You haven't been able to answer 2 questions. Why have contracts based on religion, and why should government only train girls of a certain community in self-defense? Rohan, speak.
Sorry, I didn't get your question. Can you hear me? Can you repeat that?
The question hasn't changed. You are yet to answer that question. Why should girls of a specific community or only of a particular community be getting training in self-defense?
Pranesh, you asked me this question. You asked me about the tenders. Let me put it out there. The tenders which are below around 1 crore, the tenders, that was which is being put down that year. So here's the point. The Waqf board where the allocation has been done, it is a site and the burial site for the Muslims. I think it is going to be kept to Muslim tenders. People who are going to be doing the
150 crores for 150 crores for a body that indulges in land grab, land loot. 150 crores. You should be spending that kind of money. To dismantle the Waqf properties, to dismantle the mindset that shields Waqf boards. Waqf boards are the biggest nuisance in this country. Tushar, 150 crores for protection of Waqf board.
If I heard Rohan correctly, he said the tenders for the graveyards of the second largest majority will be handed over to the people of only the second largest majority, correct? Now, again, this is the Jinnafication of the budget. Today, you're talking about the tenders for a graveyard. Tomorrow, you will talk about the tenders of some other place, which is exclusive to the second largest majority. Where does it stop? Why are the Congress spokespersons not thinking of India or Karnataka as a country and a state respectively? Why is this about 14% population of this? तो इनका ये exclusive कर दो. बाकी 86% population के लिए क्या exclusive है? Will you say that the funds of the temples in Karnataka are for the people of the 86% population alone, which is the Hindus? And also, Rohan, you say you stand for all categories, all population. You're an inclusive government. Why doesn't category 2B include Sikhs, Christians, Parsis, Jains, Buddhists? Where are they in your inclusivity? Where are they in your idea of public contracts or awarding them? Where is your inclusion? Where is your fairness of the
Ravi
constitution
Srivastava, sir, answer
that
that
your
question.
Jan Nayak claims?
What is this, the fraud of
flyover,
category 2B?
inclusion is in the tunnel road, inclusion is in the brand Bangalore, it is there. Inclusion is there, sir. 19,000 for a tunnel road for brand building of Bangalore. Flyover, it is
No,
there.
but who will get that contract
You
for the
can't see
flyover?
that.
That's the question. Ravi Srivastava बनाएगा कौन? जिसका नाम रवि श्रीवास्तव है, उसको नहीं मिलेगा contract.
Those were 19,000 crore. No, I think Congress friend has clarified that. That is for a particular contract.
But sir,
it is
क्यों
not
वो
a
particular
flyover
contract
or a
क्यों?
tunnel
Why?
road or a
Why?
or a brand Bangalore. Brand
Sir,
Bangalore.
आप growth story बताने से या
अरे
ये brand
there
Bangalore
are
बोलने से 1 minute
reservations
sir,
for
ask
other
the people
categories
in
as well.
Bengaluru, ask your Congress MLAs and ministers, they'll tell you the story of the governance model, the Khatakhat model as it is called.
I have already asked. I have asked, they are very happy.
Oh, they're very
I have
happy.
asked, they are very happy.
Okay. Professor Mondal, if the Congress is very happy violating the constitution, why is the TMC still doing business with it? Only because you follow the same model in West Bengal? Is that the reason, sir?
No, I think TMC and the Congress party are two different political parties. In Bengal, everyone is happy. Mamta, I think, stands for the most, highest example of inclusion in this country. We neither want Jinnahification of the constitution nor Godsification of the constitution. BJP only believes in the Godsification of the constitution. We must strike a balance between the two. And the fact remains that minorities are not talking about the Muslims only. Minorities in these countries are minorities because of the economic, social and political backwardness. And that is proven
Professor
if you
Mondal,
go by the examples only.
1 minute. Before I ask you a question on minorities and category 2B that I am sure you are aware. Sir, 8 minutes. 8 minutes. Professor Saab, 8 minutes. Professor Mondal, just 1 minute. 1 minute. Would you categorize the Congress as inclusive? Is the Congress inclusive, secular? Let's start with the Bengal unit of the Congress party. Bataiye.
No, I'm not here to speak for the Congress party.
Why?
I think there are people
speak
who are
against the
speaking for
Congress
the
party.
Congress
You
party.
don't have to speak for
What
the Congress party.
will do, they will
Is
speak
the
for
Congress
it.
secular? You are an alliance partner of the Congress party, the India Alliance. क्या हो गया उसका? You should speak for each other.
Is BJP secular? Is BJP secular? No, a counter question. Is BJP secular? Does BJP think about the minorities?
Of course. Which benefit has been denied to a minority based on their surname or religion? Answer that. Answer that, sir. Which benefit has not gone to a minority community?
Party, right? BJP is a secular.
I'm telling you, answer the question. Which benefit has the BJP denied to a Muslim? Forget minorities. Karan Verma, has the BJP denied any benefit to a particular community?
No. On the contrary, Pranesh, if we go by data, in every scheme, whether it's the Awas Yojana, whether it's the Mudra Yojana or the Kisan Samman Nidhi, Muslims happen to be larger beneficiaries in proportion to their population. Their population being 14%, the beneficiaries are amount close to 33 to 36%. So that is how it's gone. Shadi Shagun scheme exclusively for Muslims. So there have been a plethora of schemes out for Muslims. But Pranesh, I want to make one point. ये मनोजीत जी जो बोल रहे हैं ना, what is happening in Bengal? In Bengal also, there has been this mad competitive rush for appeasement. 111 out of the 177 communities, Pranesh, happened to be Muslims which were put in OBC by the Mamta government. It was struck down by the High Court. तो ये भी कम नहीं है भाई.
And what did the High Court say? 1 minute. The Calcutta High Court, in a ruling in August, criticized the state government, viewers, and the Commission for acting in undue haste. ये उनके शब्द हैं, to implement religion-specific reservations under political pressure. There is also an oral observation by the Supreme Court on West Bengal's challenge in OBC classification of the Muslim case. The court stated that the reservation cannot be on basis of religion. All of this is documented. I'm not making this up. But the Congress party or the so-called secular brigade in this country will do this fraud on the constitution and then say that, look, Jai Samvidhan, Jai Samvidhan. This is not Jai Samvidhan, viewers. Let's move on. Let's shift our attention.